Reversal patterns. So as we've seen in the last video, when drawing trend lines, I said that depending on how the trend line is and how they form a sort of shape, and that makes patterns. And these patterns are very powerful in trading. So you've got basically three different kinds of patterns, groups. There are reversal patterns, which we're going to see in the video, continuation patterns, and triangles and wedges, because they're a bit different. So let's look at reversal patterns. So this reversal pattern is a pattern that will occur in at the top high or the top low, the bottom low, sorry, and the price will reverse. All right. So in these reversal patterns, you've got double top, triple tops, and head and shoulders, inverted head and shoulders. So here's a nice little picture to show you. So a double top is basically when the price goes up and makes two tops at the same level and then goes back down. That's a double top. So it looks like this. You can see it's not as clean as the textbook, but yeah, that's also double bottom because it's at the bottom, works exactly the same. Then there's the triple top and triple bottom, which is the same as this, but just imagine another one. So that's three. And then there's the head and shoulders and inverse head and shoulders. So head and shoulders is basically looks like this. It's a shoulder, then a head, then another shoulder, and then it goes back down. So, and inverted, it's the same. So to have these reversal patterns, you need, first of all, a trend. So you need an uptrend and then a head and shoulder to confirm it. You can't have a head and shoulder in a downtrend, for example. So let's look at it here. So here we had a nice bullish trend, all right, as we know, higher highs, higher lows, bullish trends, and then we got a head and shoulder pattern. So we could see here, formed a shoulder, then a head, then a shoulder. And this basically is the whole principle of Dow theory that I was talking about in the last video, is that we see higher highs and higher lows. That's a higher high, higher low, higher high. Not quite, because it's at the same level, and then it failed to make another higher low, high high, sorry, and then the price goes back down. So how to draw them is basically you've got a tool in here. It's called head and shoulder. So you can use this one to draw the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, and it will do it automatically. You can see. I don't really like it like that because it just like gets someone on the nerves to see it like this. But you can of course do it. Okay. What I tend to do is simply use the brush tool and make a little circle around the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder. And then you need to draw the neckline. So this is the neckline. Basically, the neckline is, well, just like the neckline where you have your head and your shoulder, your own head and shoulder. Well, this is basically the sort of support that when it's broken, we expect the price to go down. All right, that's our head and shoulder. And when we'll trade them, we'll see what an MPO is. And MPO stands for minimum price objective. And so basically when you take that length, okay, so that's the length of the top. Let's put it red, dotted. That length, when we copy it to the breakout point, that should be the minimum price objective. And what can we see is that the price went all the way down to hit our minimum price objective. So usually the height of the head will be the length of the trades when the neckline is broken. So that's a lovely head and shoulders pattern. Then we've got double top and triple tops. So see here we had a triple top, for instance. So triple top goes with resistance really. So we see here, and we've got price went up one touch, two touch, and three touch. So basically a bullish trend line, bullish trends, and then basically the triple bottom, we'll see it like this. So it went 1, 2, 3, breaks. All right, and it's exactly the same that with the head and shoulder. You've got an MPO, minimum price objective, which is the length of the range of the triple top or double top. Then you go back down, and that's your objective. All right. So that was a lovely triple top, and as you can see, they work really well. Then you've got inversed head and shoulders. So you've got one here. It's not the best example because it's a bit choppy and it was not from a good bearish trend. It would be this one, which is, as you might see, an inverse head and shoulders. So there we go. That was the shoulder, the head, and the next shoulder. Now, if we look at the MPO of this one, what can we see? Bam, reach the MPO as well. So we've got, just in this little chart, we can see a triple top, which worked, inverse head and shoulders, which worked, and a head and shoulders, which worked also. That was a double top, right? So let's look at it. All right. So it's not really a clean one. Well, it's totally valid, don't get me wrong, but it's not clean. It's not as easy to see because it's made with wicks. So we could see here, you've got our two touches at the extremes, and that's our basically our double top. And however, if we take this, usually double tops are put like this. However, when you've got a really clean sort of trend line, just like this one, you can see we had 1 touch, 2, 3. We'll draw it like this, and that will be basically the neckline of the double top. So we can see the neckline here is usually straight. However, if you clearly have a nice little trend, let's say trend line, draw it like this, and this will be the neckline. And the MPO is exactly the same. Will be that length, and we've got it down there. So yeah, so in this example, just that's CAD. If you want to go and check dollar CAD, and we've got many trade patterns, and these are all reversal patterns. And so then we'll see how to combine all of them together. So let's say, for example, here we've got a double top at a main resistance. All right. So yeah, so that's reversal patterns.